3 minutes left. We
Oh,
tied up.
okay, all right. Welcome to the Haters Ball. It's your boy Dumb It Down. I'm here with my older brother, the old Baldy,
What's happening? What's happening?
and I'm here with my younger brother, B Dog, watching the basketball, locked into
Yo,
the NBA. You might be one of the only ones because the ratings down. You try to keep the sport alive, huh?
nah, basketball has
What?
been ass. It's Steph Curry's fault, but well, revisit it.
Hey, let's talk about it. Why is that? I mean, you think it's just because of all the threes? That's why it's been bad. What's up with the NFL
Yeah,
stepping
everybody
on
wants to fucking
the
shoot
NBA's
threes.
day? What's up with that?
I love that
Like the
shit.
NBA already struggling,
I
and then the
love it.
NFL's like, oh, we gonna have games on Christmas.
Yeah, but they started that 2 years ago.
That's,
Stepping on they shit bad.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
yeah. The first time they did it though, it was like on a Saturday or a Sunday, like it was like reasonable. But this year, that shit all the way on a Wednesday. They don't even play games on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
right.
But
It's the
that's good.
NFL, man. They know how to get that
Adam
money.
been pussy anyway. Adam don't even put. Adam didn't have no games on. Like if you have 82 games, you're supposed to flood the market. Like, oh, it's a random Wednesday. Oh, we putting fire games on. They had no games on yesterday.
Yeah.
So I
All
don't
right.
care.
Oh, really?
Fuck Adam Silver.
Dang. Okay. All right. I thought he was. Everyone thought he was a good GM. All right. Well, before we get into too deep, in the tangent, man, we just started off. You wanted to say something about your favorite basketball player, Zion.
Oh yeah. Also, fuck Zion too. Hate that guy. He's gonna go somewhere. He's probably gonna ball out after this year. He's gonna be on another team. Oh my gosh, Zion's he looks great. I hate this fucking guy. I hope nothing but the worst for him. He got his money already. I don't want to see him play another NBA game.
That's crazy. That's harsh. Okay. All right, man. I mean, we Pelican fans. For those who don't know,
I hate
I mean, I do think they need a. It's really more of a management side and the coaching
Why are you
side.
telling people in
Right.
public that I'm a Pelicans fan, man? I'm trying to hide that right now. Okay,
Right. Right.
I put all my Pelican stuff in the back of the drawer. I can't even find that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Word. All right. Well, today we got a lot. We got a lot for our episode today, man. We
so
got do
early in
some
the season
album
too. It's so
reviews.
bad.
Go ahead. The season is set.
I
Yeah.
was
Well,
just saying,
we about
so
to drop.
early in the season, our team already so bad, like it's impossible.
Yeah, we already eliminated. Yeah, no, but to me that means they got. So we did the hard decisions on the Saints. Fired the head coach. I mean, it's time for Benson to come make those same moves on the Pels. That's all. So it is what it is. But we're gonna get into the hip hop stuff, man. Hip hop podcast. So we're about to talk about some of these albums. Rock Marciano first, and then Snoop Dogg, and then we're gonna get into our top 20 songs of the year list. And yeah, we got a lot of hate for y'all today. So if you're here for the hate, we got a lot for today. All right, so let's start with Rock Marciano. You want to pull up the album, Baldy? All right, this is your guy, Baldy. So we'll let you go ahead and start.
That's
Rock,
true.
Marcy, basically the leader of the underground, and then you got your boy Alchemist, of course, to me, the greatest producer doing it right now. They got another album. After the first one was kind of a letdown. Elephant Man's Bones. It was not exactly, it did not reach the heights that I expected initially. I think this one fulfills the promise of what we were supposed to get on that first one.
Oh
I
wow.
love almost every song on here, except for Acid, and I ain't really like Make Sure. But Rock rapping at the like just, I mean, you got so many quotables on these songs, man. I love it, man. What y'all think?
I mean, I'm letting you get your positivity off first. I mean, already know what I think. I'm just tired of this type of music. Honestly, I really wish at this point I want Rock to do something different. I get it. This is his MO, but I am no longer excited to hear this type of music. Just these, I mean, really like I like the first song, Mystery God. I thought that one was dope. So it started off, caught my attention. I was like, okay, this is dope. I really did not like Street Magic. To me, that was complete snoozer. And then
Street
Chopstick
Magic
brought
got
it back.
bars on there, man.
Chopstick
Chopstick great. You don't like Chopstick?
It's the beat. No. Chopsticks brought it about.
Okay.
Brought my attention back a little bit. Okay. Knock It Off was good. Acid, killed it again. And then it's just, and then just the rest of the way, I just up until pretty much Cryotherapy, I just wasn't interested in the rest of the album. I like the last two songs were the ones that stuck out to me after that. But to me, this kind of music is just not for me. I think that's it. I mean, at this point, he's a dope rapper. You're right. And when he features on other stuff, I think he has dope bars. I've listened to his, multiple of his albums, but to me, at this point, I'm done with this very minimalistic, beat, a beat note like drumless or it's just it's boring to me at this point. So, how many albums he got like this?
See, I don't think this is drumless. I don't think this is close to drumless. He does have more drumless albums. This one ain't really that to me at all. I thought Alchemist's production on here was fantastic. You get weird. I mean, that is true. Alchemist don't get weird. And he makes the album. I mean, his best work is when he kind of gets in the pocket of what that artist does and kind of puts something weird spin on it. He's doing that on songs on here. Even something like Raouf, which I think would fit on what you're talking about, where it has that weird ding, 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 and it's going on like the whole way. But it's got that weird ass sample where the dude's just going, oh, it's like a weird noise. That to me is is doing something different. We're gonna talk about it when we talk about that Dr. Dre album. He's using samples that I haven't heard. Alchemist is doing things on here that I haven't seen or seen him do in a minute. Whereas the Gangrene album that came out this year, I don't think had the level of some of the creativity beats wise that I hear on these. What do you think, B-Dog?
Honestly, when I first listened to the album, it didn't grab me that much. I like it, and I said I'm not going to just throw it away so quickly because you kind of got to be in a mood to listen to Rock Marciano to me. It's got to be something that you intently plan on listening to. So when I put it on, it was all right. But like I said, I'm gonna revisit it again, see how I feel. I don't think it was terrible though.
Yeah, I mean, so when you're talking about the artistry or the skill or even just the ability to go find these weird samples, that is interesting, and the same with when we talk about a JPEG Mafia and stuff like that, finding these interesting samples that nobody else is using, that is cool. That's a talent, and that's something that really is hip hop is lacking in a lot of production, right? So I appreciate that. It's just that to me, okay, cool. You got that sample, you took that loop, and then it's very minimal production on top of that. It's let's just take that sample. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I need something more, especially with Rock Marciano is not the most energetic of rappers. You know what I mean? It's not the same as when somebody like Gibbs raps on a similar beat. Even he brings energy and different flows, and he's changing it up. Rock Marciano, I feel like it's dense lyrics and not it's kind of 2-1 note to me. So I it's just not for me. It doesn't excite me.
Hey man, I get excited, man. I turn this on. Mystery Guy starts off great, and then you got that weird ass beat. And the shit the dude's saying on there, Street Magic. What he said? He said, he just had so many quotables to me on this album, man. One of my favorite ones was on Street Magic. He told it, don't let these folks gas you, they casuals. You nicer than Marcy, that shit laughable. Then you go into the other shit. I was like, okay, all right, Marcy. Mystery God, he had a bar on there. that I kept thinking about. Where's that on it? I'm trying to see if I can find it. Niggas living by when he said, okay, so he had this whole. This is the thing that I love about this dude. He had these weird ass. I don't know if it's weird. It just stands out the way he raps. He has this he carries it like through for so long for certain type of styles and things. So he said, in that last verse, clap the heat from your hat to your feet, atrophy. Actually, if we let rappers eat, then that's a bag of yeast to fatten the geese. I run NYC to burn calories. Venture slacks out the gallery. Niggas live vicariously through the kid and repeat my shit like a parakeet. Like, this is like this dude is just I love this shit, man. I listen to this shit and be like the whole time, just ugly faces the whole time. I turn the album on, 27 minutes of damn, like this dude bars is to me is crazy. So I love the way he raps, and he changed his flow up on a couple of the songs. Like, so what was the one that was super slow, and then he did a super slow weird flow on it, which it's not my favorite song, but I was just like, that's a weird ass flow. He's like, this is the freaky flow, and so I was just like, okay, I love it. And then when I saw the video, of course, when I saw the first song for Chopstick, that's when I got super hyped because I was like, oh shit, because I love that beat, I love that song. Like that's in my top songs now of the year. If this album would have came out, this might have been one of my favorite ones of the year. Wow. Okay. But I mean, like I said, I just love the way Marcy rap. I haven't been able to turn it off.
Yeah, you had the other one.
I can't turn this off. I haven't been able to. I tried to, and then this other thing is, I turned this shit on, then I went listen to Missionary. That's bad. That's bad. It don't go back to back like that. You have to almost like get ready to switch it up before you switch off the Marcy album. So that's the thing is, I be in this is the mindset I be in a lot of times.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say that I think he's a bad artist. He does this on purpose. He said in interviews before, he likes this sound. He wants his music to sound like, like the score of a movie or something like that. It's just not, like I said, it's just not for me. So he's got dope bars. Like I said, I always appreciate it, especially when he's on another beat or other features and stuff like that, or just when he's on a beat that I feel like it has enough energy to me. But like this Mystery guy or on here, but I just the whole album is just too much to me. So it's a short album though, so I mean that's hard to say.
Yeah, but 27 minutes. That's why I haven't been able to turn it off. It's quick.
But all right, moving on. So then let's roll right into. Oh well, first off, let's give it a rating. Baldy, we'll just let you give it a rating. Then what you rating?
I mean, right now, 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever, it's like an 8.5 to me. That might change. I don't know how much, to me, and this happened a lot last year, the ratings did this and do this. I mean, this always happens for me with all the music, especially since we get new stuff. It's gone. It sticks around. It's like there's always something new in your head, and then you realize you go back to it. That might push it up. I'm just a huge Rock Marcy fan, so his music just hit me like right away a lot of times.
Would you say this is would this replace any of the albums that you put in your top 5 last week?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I listen to those a lot more. There's a couple now that I thought about it after we put it in there, like the Rome Streets and Derringer that I listen to a lot. That I thought about now. I'm like, dang, did I put the wrong one in there as number 5? But this year was so great because I thought we had a lot of good music, a lot of great music, but I don't think we got a lot of classic music.
Right.
And so I don't know how much of it really is above, necessarily other songs. I think there's a lot of good stuff. And we're going to talk about that when we get to our list.
All right. So before we get there, let's go ahead and review this Missionary album, man. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, back again. They've been going on. They went on a long, rollout. They went and, talked to mad people, mad interviews. They've been promoting this for forever. And this is what we got, Missionary. So what you pulling it up? Let's start with Yeah, let's go back to you again, Baldy. What's your thoughts on this?
It's trash, dog. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't want to ever hit this again. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't want to be disrespectful. I did not like this album.
All right, it's like that. Okay, B-Dog.
This is a very plug and play album to me. This just seems so like I don't think they tried anything new here. It wasn't. I will say I do like the flow, the pocket that Snoop was in, the more melodic flow.
Mhm.
That sounds better for him at this older age for me.
I mean, that's always kind of been his flow. His flow
Yeah.
is his high point. Right? I mean, that's the thing that makes him kind of special. He has his own type of style. I thought he was
Yeah.
rapping well on certain songs, like Shangri-La. I thought he was rapping. I got my biggest criticisms on here, dog, to be honest, is about Dr. Dre, man.
Exactly. All the criticism to me goes to Dre. It all goes to Dre. I mean, this is supposed to be what many people consider the greatest hip hop producer ever. Many people say that, right? I wouldn't say that, but many people say that. And a lot of these beats are, first of all, reused samples, super prominent reused samples. This is the opposite of what you just talked about with Alchemist, doing stuff that's like, oh, I never heard this sample before. Where'd you find this loop from? All these songs, these are already hit songs. And it was cool, and there was like one or two, but I kept going through the album. I'm like, dang, when is there gonna be an original beat on here? Like, it's crazy.
And then look, ain't this the second time this year he did that?
When else did he do that?
Didn't he have that what you call him album? The R&B album?
Oh, you right.
With Marsha Ambrosius.
Album.
And that's what I'm saying, dog. This is what I said about that album, dog. You not that dude. If you coming up here with these same ass samples, man.
Right. It's called biting.
I agree.
This used to be frowned on in hip hop. Okay. And then now we got, one of the biggest producers doing it for, whole albums. Like it's just not cool. You're doing it for the entire album. And this is, this is like the Puff Daddy formula. Like, you know what I mean? Like just like rap on, Juicy Fruit type thing. Like, this isn't genius. You know what I mean? Like this is not what, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just don't understand how you call yourself like an amazing producer because I pulled out a hit song, an MIA hit song, and say
or a rap classic. On this. Yeah, or you take a rap classic. Like what's the one? What's the Shangri-La beat? Isn't that Stakes is High? It's like I said, these beats, these samples is not like new, and so it's kind of like, dang man, what are we doing, man?
It's super weird, man. That he did that. And like I said, it's just too many. It's too many of them. So not only that though, then it's also like super like I don't know how to even describe it. Pristine, almost pop sound, like very clean production in the sense, and then with the and it's just almost like you take classic hip hop beats and then make them sound more poppy, like more pop, sound, pop production than hip hop production almost. So it's weird, instead of when so many albums, so much of this year has been talked about the West Coast and West Coast sound, even Kendrick, talking about, got songs that are bringing back the West Coast sound, or, all these different things that have been, the trends that in hip hop this year. Then you have the biggest West Coast producer kind of going away from that sound of his, and making an album that really, it didn't hit in my car like that. You know what I mean? And so it was
I kind of disagree on the cleanness of it. That is Dr. Dre's thing. I'm not, at least currently, like that's kind of his, the engineering is, sounds great. In when you got a good set of speakers, you got the all the different channels that the sounds are coming from. That's cool. I'm not going to say that's bad.
But
you don't hear a ton of.
You don't have the funk that was so prominent earlier music. That sound that made him, I feel like that was his, signature thing almost. You know what I mean?
Well, he was sampling classic funk records. Now he's sampling other classic records. I mean, it's not
right.
To me, this is not good. It's not a good look. I don't know. I've seen other people, reviewing this album and really talking about how great the production is.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a completely different opinion. I expect to turn on. Well, I guess it just depends on who the audience is, I guess, or something. Like if I turn on an album and I'm supposed to hear the greatest hip hop producer, I expect to be wowed by what I'm hearing. Something new, something different, some samples I haven't heard or seen. It's kind of why I was disappointed in some of the Common and Pete Rock album is those samples wasn't all new. There was a lot of them were or they were basic. They weren't flipped. They weren't changed. They weren't cut up in some kind of ways that you wouldn't expect. And maybe that's just because I'm biased. Maybe I'm so used to listening to Alchemist, and I'm like, what the hell is this? When I turn the songs on, I mean, other people that I love right now, Conductor, Derringer. I'm like, what am I hearing? What is that noise? How is that done? And I'm surprised. I'm excited by that. Maybe I'm just a different type of hip hop listener, but this is not impressive to me. It's kind of a letdown.
Right. I agree. So to me, it's a complete letdown. And I wanted to pull up. I mean, because they did an interview, and I want to say maybe it was the Complex interview. Pull it up, but Dr. Dre talked so much about how he's a better producer now than ever before, and how he's improved so much. From his past music, and I just think this is just like a key example of how these hip hop artists get out of touch. He's been out of touch for so long. I feel like
I mean he's a billionaire from headphones.
Yeah, billionaire. I just don't feel like, and it but to even say he made classic material. People love him for a reason, right? He made classic material, and then to be like, I can't even listen to that. Like I'm gonna pull up the interview. Hold on. So let's
B-Dog, what you think about it while he pulling it up?
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
I was gonna say that, like I said, I really think it's a cookie cutter album. Like they get the best samples, they got everybody on it, all the big names on the album. Like this is a real put together industry ass album to me. Like, but honestly, I didn't expect anything different. This is exactly what I thought they would go for. I'm sure some people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is a great album." Like, I'm sure it's probably gonna get highly rated. Honestly, I feel like that is gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll get highly rated or not, honestly. But I feel like that's kind of irrelevant. Yo, shout out to people in the chat, man. Thanks for rocking.
Appreciate y'all.
How y'all feeling about this Missionary album? Let us know how y'all feel about this Missionary album. But this is Dr. Dre's interview with Complex, and like he said right here, he says, let's see, so do you would you say it's difficult or challenging to create this album knowing how high the fan expectations are? And Snoop Dogg says, no, we don't ever go into recording thinking about that. We think about the perfection amongst ourselves. We are competing against us. This brother don't even listen to anything that we did that's old. So you don't ever have to worry about that with him. I was playing our old record today. He said, man, turn that off and put on our new stuff. Yeah, it just happened today. This is Dre. I don't listen to any of the songs I've ever made since 1985, which is when I started. I don't even allow my family or anybody to play that stuff around me. I think that's just the process of recording is what I really enjoy, is just recording the albums. And I'm listening to it enough while we're recording. When we finish the record, I wake up listening to that stuff. Once it comes out, I'm ready to listen to the next stuff. So he says, so then, the answer, do you think your music sounds better now? Dr. Dre says, yes. Snoop Dogg says, I don't. Dr. Dre says, I think I'm making the best stuff ever. Right? So, yeah. And then Dr. Dre says, yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody right now, but I'm not really inspired by what's happening with hip hop these days. It's not for me. I've always said I'm not with disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect or anything like that. But I haven't heard anything that makes me go, "Dang, why didn't I do that?" I haven't heard that in a long time, which makes my job easy, to be honest. How can you say that when your whole album is reused beats? How can you say nothing has inspired me when all of this is unoriginal beats? It don't make sense. You won't
he gonna say that's old
but
beats.
you listen to everybody else old stuff. You listen to MIA old stuff. You listen to Stakes is High old stuff. Like, why? Like, it don't make sense.
Hey man, that's my thing. That's why I almost feel like offended. Like, what are you talking about, man? I always get mad at these older dudes, and look, maybe it's because I'm so into hip hop, I'm constantly like looking for it, and he's what is he, 55, 60 years old? My dad, older than my dad. I don't know. And a billionaire, so maybe he don't have time to be looking at hip hop like I do. But I hate when I hear people saying this. That's why I got mad at 3 Stacks this year. All the people was like, "Oh, I don't like what's going on in hip hop." Well, where? Because to me, they got every single type of hip hop out here. Right. So if you saying that, to me, it's almost like you don't really love hip hop. You out here almost like,
and you don't listen to it,
disrespecting it. Yeah. So
hang with
I get the
girl. Listen to whatever music he listening to, whatever.
See, now I wasn't gonna do that.
No, come on, no, I'm doing it. Like, this dude's out of touch. He's out of touch.
Now you doing it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing Cube distant for in 90. Yeah. It's like no, yo. Like I said, man, I don't really get that, and maybe that's because people only hearing what's given to them. You turn on the streaming apps. Hey, this is the new hotness. Check it out, and then you listen to it, and you're like, oh, I don't like these new rappers. Like, oh, I don't like this new rap. It's got Future or somebody. Like, I don't even know what he's talking about when he says like nothing that's going on in hip hop.
Yeah,
to me, that's not good hate.
Yeah, it's not good hate, right? That's what I'm saying. We hate on stuff, but we also there's a lot of hip hop we love. So is the thing. They say, do you remember the last person or album that you heard that you were inspired by? Stevie Wonder's Songs of the Key of Life. Laughs. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's hilarious.
Okay, so there's not a single hip hop song you were ever inspired by. You know what I mean? It's like come
or
on.
Album,
right?
What was it? T-Pab came out when T-Pab came out? Almost 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think 10 years ago this year.
Nah, for real? I mean, look, that's
2015. To Butterfly, 2015, I believe. So
okay. That's not good hate. See, that's my thing. Is that's not good hate, and I take it like I said, I get offended. I'm a hip hop lover, and I love this culture, and I'm constantly wanting to be like up with it, and so to see these legends, they not up with it, and then talk down on it is crazy to me. But okay, or maybe he just hates everything.
A lot of classics since then. Well, maybe not a lot, but we've definitely had classic hip hop albums since To Pimp a Butterfly.
Right, and then of course, I mean, he says that because he's the executive producer on that. That's his artist. That's the dude. That's Interscope. So yeah, cool. All right, yeah. Of course, he's gonna say that, right? That's like, but like, it's still the facts are the facts. This dude is he's reusing old beats. And then he's in the same breath saying, "I'm not inspired by any other hip hop producers. Nobody's doing anything cool. Nobody's doing anything new." It's like, dog, you're not doing nothing new. And then you got the nerve to say that the stuff you made before, the stuff people love you for, the Chronic and stuff like that, you're so much better than that now. This album can't touch that stuff. And it's
but you know what the biggest missing ingredient is?
Yeah,
because I noticed on a bunch of these songs. Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
If Nate Dogg was on it, it's going up. It's going up.
Yo, they try to replace it with BJ the Chicago Kid, man. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not
fuck out of here.
But you just don't got it. Like,
some hate. That's not it. Stop. They should have called, maybe they could have called Anderson .Paak or something. But no, some of these just not happening. I don't mean, like, we can talk about each song, man. I don't know if this is really worth it to do all of that, man. Like, which ones did you like?
Well, so first off, yeah, I mean, we talk about the ones I like. I mean, I like Out of the Blue, right? That was the first, that was the single I heard. That was the one on the trailer. that song is dope. Again, it uses the MIA beat, and I when it was just one song, I was like, oh, this is dope. It wasn't until I heard the rest of the album and I'm like, okay, you still keep doing the same thing, but I like that one. I like Skyscrapers is clearly the best song to me, and Method Man is just on another
Method
level
Manning,
right now.
everything. Yes, I mean, anything you put him on, he's about to come wash your favorite rappers.
I struggled this with the top 20. I was like, every song Method Man was featured on, I almost put on my list. I was like, I gotta like take some of these off. Like, I just love Method Man.
I did have a few of those. I kind of like Another Part of Me, which I was kind of surprised by. But I like it kind of gets like I like the guitars on it or whatever guitar noises. I don't, I doubt that they're real guitars. I don't know. That was about it, man. I didn't really like this at all. Like, and like I said, maybe because I tried to listen to it after I listened to the stuff I normally listen to, which is more bar heavy, and just don't sound the same. So I don't know. This almost like was off-putting to me.
Yeah, I agree. People in the chat, people in the comments, please let us know in the comments. Do you think it's okay for producers to just reuse classic rap songs, or should they make original beats? Like I think this is like a big deal to me. But
yeah,
let us know what y'all think.
I would like to know how people feel about that, because, like I said, when I hear other people, and I like I said, I watch some other podcasts talking about it, swearing how great this is and how good this is for parties. Look, maybe it is because you get the nostalgia berries. That's all it is, nostalgia berries to me.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember this one song that was really good? Well, here's Snoop on a remix. It's like, okay, well, everybody loves Snoop. Like, I'm not mad, but is that supposed to make me excited? I feel like that's some bullshit. That's what I feel like it is.
Yeah, agreed. So, I'm sorry. Like, I expected more. I just expected more, man. And I would love it. I would have loved it if he came back with his older sound, like, or more funky sound or something like that. Not remake the same album, but just something like this wasn't what I expected. What do you think, B-Dog?
I was just about to say, I think LL got the crown for the old niggas this year.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that, man. Is this the worst old nigga album of the year?
Man,
who we got? We got Rakim.
Yeah,
we got
and Rakim album that he didn't rap on.
Didn't rap on. It was short. I don't know what you think. He produced it. I don't know what you think.
Produced it.
Common and P Rock. We got LL.
Yeah.
We had Master Ace.
Master Ace. I was going to say that. Yeah.
Who else?
Master Ace got
I feel like there's one more.
But yeah, I feel like there was somebody else too. But Ice Cube. Ice Cube had to make.
Oh yeah, Ice Cube.
Oh, no,
Ice Cube. You didn't like Ice Cubes at all. I liked a couple songs on Ice Cube. Yeah. Ghostface wasn't good either. Ghostface wasn't good either. But he did.
Ghostface got the worst one. Ghostface got the worst one.
You understand me.
No.
But you gotta take that plan B. No, you gotta take that plan B though. Hey, look, that's a song for life, man. That's a song for life.
Yeah, Ghostface got the crown on that one. Ghostface has the worst one. But the issue is that Ghostface didn't go on some like huge run of rollout and interview after interview after interview. Was it like some big thing? I felt like the Ghostface thing was like, hear me throw out this garbage, like tracks I probably have on in the whatever. I don't know.
Some of the songs were very old. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But the song sounded old. It sounded like throwaways, right? So I feel way more forgiving for like you throwing out a throwaway album. But they went on a run and LL sitting there standing on this saying that this is the best he's ever been. I'm the best producer now, better than I've ever been. Like what? I ain't hear nothing original on this whole album.
Not one thing. Original mixing, good mixing.
Yeah.
But nah, just biting songs and taking whole sample loops and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. And people give it a pass. People love it, man. Look, he go one right here. How you put this over damn Q-tip, man? You got to be out your mind. It's just biting. Biting is fly. I don't know. I don't know.
And that LL album was different, and it was different and good. LL came improved, right? Like he came, prepared to rap amongst other people, rap amongst the greats, rap next to Eminem and beat him, right? Then the production
he was on par with
different.
Nas.
It was new.
He was rapping great throughout with everybody that rapped with him.
And so I feel like it was more experimental and it was political. And, it
I want to fight this dude, man. I want to fight this dude. Biting and sampling ain't the same, man. You got to stop because you know better than this. This is some nonsense, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's some nonsense.
I told you,
biting and sampling ain't the same.
Dog. People gonna love this album, man. They gonna say this shit was fire. I already know.
The issue is, the difference is when somebody samples something, they went and found the record. They listened to the record. They heard the loop. They took apart and they looped it. When you just take a song, MIA already made, like that song. It was already a hit song. Like everybody knows that beat, you know what I mean? Like everyone knows the song, and you just take it, boom. You didn't do anything new, right? So that's not the same thing.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. People got to keep it hip hop, man, and not just try to make it work for people they like. Originality.
What y'all think of this comment? Leroy said, "Thinking Q-Tip about moving the crowd sonically."
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. That's called marketing, dog. Marketing is a real thing. If you have the biggest record label putting out your record and gassing your record, that's marketing.
Yeah,
that's not quality. People mistake quality for marketing because more people like it. Don't make it better. It's marketing.
And then I'm being, exaggerating the nothing is original. I like for instance, the Skyscraper song, I think is great. I didn't recognize that, specific, like it being some other like famous hip hop song. But the point is it happened too many times throughout the album that I felt. So regardless though, what y'all giving it? What y'all giving the album as a rating?
What? You want me to give this a rating?
Yeah.
It's like a 3. I'm never listening to this again.
Yeah, I'm never listening to this again. No songs on here. I don't want to hear them. I'm good.
All right. Yeah. I mean, a 3 is a good rating to me. I mean, there's a couple that I would take off of here. Out of the Blue and Skyscrapers. What y'all thought of? Hold on, before we move on, what y'all thought of the Guns and Smoke, the Eminem 50 Cent song? People say 50 Cent was dissing Kendrick on that, right? So we got to talk about that.
Pull up the lyrics.
I didn't even see that.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Give us a lyrical breakdown, dumb it down. That's what you live for,
right? That is.
I know 50 gets deep. 3 out of 10, dog. 3 out of 10.
All right.
Oh, they say he a big stepper. I'm just saying I ain't the type to get stepped on. Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So let's look at it right here. So 50 came in, right? And we got to talk about the interview he did as well with Andrew Schultz. People killing him for. So we gotta talk about that too. But he comes in. He says they say you're a big stepper. I'm just saying I'm not the type to get stepped on, right? So obviously. Already, this automatically makes people think of Kendrick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just keeps going, right? I ain't got a big weapon, Glock 17 with the switch, but the clip long. Ain't finna play with you, boy. You f around, I'ma catch a fade with you. Get the blick on broad day with you. Blick in broad day with you. I'm sorry. Had the little homies run down while bay with you, right? Little man, dope parties, all this little man stuff, like like a lot of who's the little guy? Kendrick. Kendrick is what 5 foot
50
nothing,
sucks,
right?
man.
So
50 sucks.
I thought the verse is actually pretty good. I mean, when you listen to it, he actually. I feel like he's flowing.
Yeah, I know it's better.
Actually,
It's better on the record than when you read it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just reading it. You know what I mean? I'm not. Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, who wants smoke? Nobody. Going once, going twice. Don't want smoke. Nobody. Tell me what you know about it. Strap right now, brother. How you want to go about it? I'm not the one to lean on, the type to apply pressure and scheme on.
So the only thing we got that linked this to Kendrick is the big step apart.
And the little guy. I mean, who else is the little guy?
I mean, he is a little guy. He is a little guy.
So,
but yeah, I mean, I feel like this might be a reach, though. People really want more beef. The beef was fun. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. We all enjoyed it. And I think it's over with. I think people gotta. I think 50, if he wanted that, he would just say that.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Maybe not on the Dr. Dre album, but there's plenty of other opportunities for him to hate. I mean,
Well, so he went on an interview. That's what other people think people talk about it, right? Andrew Schultz got with Andrew Schultz, right? Andrew Schultz already, was going at Kendrick. They already got beef, right?
Yeah, that was Andrew Schultz. I didn't know who he was really, but I lost all respect for him when I saw this dude when he was talking about. He was like, anyone can make love to him. I was like, what is this you're talking about, man? This is the lamest disses I ever heard.
Everybody was very upset about this, right? People, and then now that 50 went on the show, people, I see people calling him like a coon and like all kinds of stuff, right? Basically, a traitor to the black race, right? I just don't. I mean, I think that the Andrew Schultz jokes were funny. I didn't really,
not at all.
Yeah, but as far as like, it just was a nothing to me. It was nothing. Like, did y'all feel offended by it? Like, is this something like
offended by what?
Just the insinuating
him
that
raping.
I was offended. Yes, I was offended.
Yeah.
I thought that was
I
was offended by how bad those jokes were. If those supposed to be disses, I was like, why did I turn this on? Why did I click on this? People said this was supposed to be like some kind of diss. I didn't like take it as, oh my God, how could you hurt our hero or something like that? I thought that was stupid. But I don't think this dude is funny. I never seen him be funny. I seen this podcast a couple times when they had funny, people on there that I thought was interesting. But I don't like him. I don't like Charlemagne, so I'm not a fan.
Yeah. But the thing is, I thought so. Now I did think the 50 Cent episode was pretty humorous. I don't know if y'all listened to.
I only saw some of it.
Him on it. I think 50 is, we know 50 is a character. So
50 is funny.
He's funny. Yeah, 50 is funny. Exactly. And so he was funny to Schultz in that episode. I mean, like,
but I didn't see Schultz do nothing that was like, oh, okay, I got some more respect for you now. It was still the same. It was like, oh, you're still pretty lame. You just happen to have a good guess.
Right. But people are saying, because 50, they talked about Drake, they talked about the Kendrick stuff. So did y'all feel like anything's there? Y'all feel like there's something there? I mean,
50 seemed to not.
He's closer to the Drake camp, right? So he said he should be closer to the camp, but he also talked about how he kind of empathized with Drake, right? He said this before. He kind of empathized with Drake because he feels like when you're at the top, people want to tear you down, right? I guess he kind of sees that. He kind of feels like he went through the same experience that Drake is going through now. So,
yeah, because didn't he have beef with Interscope?
He talked about that with Game. He said he said that everything that Drake accused UMG of doing, that they have done it, because he said that they were doing it with him and Game
and Kanye.
They were pushing.
Oh right. Yeah. When they was doing that whole 50 and 50 Kanye battle type thing. It seemed like they purposely know who they were trying to put the thumb on the scale.
I feel like everybody was in on that. I think 50 was in on that. But he's talking about the Game versus 50 stuff. They were pushing both of those.
Yeah, well, I hate Game, so the Game is just extremely lame to me.
Regardless, though, like that was his hype, was when he was beefing with 50. Like, they were pushing him a lot, I feel like. So
yeah,
so there was a lot of things
because they try to choose who they want to be their person, and then they try to get rid of you.
Yeah.
And this this is the stuff at those major labels. This is how it goes. I mean, it's they do nasty things. It's nasty work.
B-Dog, you the Schultz fan and you the Drake fan. So why don't you tell us what your thoughts are on the whole?
Oh, whoa! How I get those labels? That's
You
true,
not a Schultz
but
fan?
how you know that? I
I'm pretty
stopped
sure.
listening to that podcast about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years
Oh,
ago.
okay, you reform
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
They started getting crazy. Charlemagne and Schultz, they both went weird directions. But I will say, I like 50. 50 keeping it real. He be saying a lot of shit that I like. Um, everything. I like 50 as a character. He's a cool character to me in rap. Um, I didn't watch it because once again, I don't really fuck with Schultz like that no more. Um, so I was not ever going. I don't watch anything Schultz does anymore at all. I'll support his comedy stand-ups, but his podcasts are ass to me.
Is his comedy stand up good?
Yeah,
Because
I
he
like
looked like
him.
a Nazi.
He does alt right Andy.
He looked like
Oh,
a
really? Is
Nazi,
that
dog. He got a slick back hair with a stance that's kind of Hitlerish. Your dude is I don't get that shit, man. Look, if you look even close to somewhat Hitlerish, you got to change that shit.
right? Yeah.
So if you're walking around with that proudly, then something is off, dog. I'm not can't rock with you.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get you for sure. Like I said, alt right Andy, I don't really listen to that dude no more.
All right. So
I'm
then,
good on him.
all right. So that's cool, man. Then, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting situation. I do think that the Kendrick, because it's Kendrick, right? I feel like the Kendrick fandom goes hard on, like, anybody who says anything against anybody, just even close to, seeming like they might be on the other side. It just, becomes like, it becomes like every time I feel like it becomes like a big like racial issue or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like it's not, I don't feel that serious about it personally. Like it's whatever, but whatever. Uh
Wait, I do want to say, get an
yeah,
extra piece of hate in that I from last week. Remember
yeah.
Dolce Plant? This chick sold 11,000 first week. Well, who is
I
getting
thought it
these
was
kind of
8.
looks with a? No,
Huh?
I see 11 when I Google search
Okay.
it. Who's getting these looks with 11,000? That's what I'm saying. Like the button, it's not even a big album sales. Like it's a crazy button press to me.
Yeah, I mean, but again, like they not. This is a rollout for the next thing. That's what you're not understanding.
Yeah.
This is press for the next thing. This
Bro,
is her uh soft
if she go
debut.
from
They're not
if
even
she
gonna
go
call
from
this a
11,
debut.
I get that. She said it was a mixtape. Well, she was confused herself, but
Right.
if she go from 11 to over 100K, that's crazy. In a
You can
year,
see it right
that's
now, man.
crazy.
You can see it, dog. I'm telling you, you can see it.
But
That's
It's not even gonna
crazy.
be
her
surprising.
first week, nobody had heard of her. Right? The album comes out, then everyone's talking about it. Then you got
She
people
was.
saying that, yeah, I mean, okay, I know that she had, a TikTok song and that people had heard of her, but B Dog had never heard of her, right?
I had never heard
Before
of
the
her.
album
Right.
came out. That's why
Yeah.
he called her a plant, when she's not a plant. But then afterwards, they pushed the button. Then everyone's talking about it. Then everyone's putting her on the list. Then everyone's putting her on the album of the year list. Then people are saying, "Oh, she's got the potential to be the greatest of all time." Then Kendrick is like, yeah, like these are things people are saying, right?
Come on,
So
man.
then she does the tiny desk thing. So when her next album comes out, whether it's next year or the year after, people will rush to it because now she has all the anticipation. So that's
Yeah, for
that's the
sure.
part,
For sure.
yeah, so
You can see it though. You can see it coming for sure.
for sure. Yeah. But since we were talking about stand-ups, man, did y'all since we were talking about Schultz and everything, y'all saw that Jamie Foxx stand-up?
Yeah,
I
man.
watched a big chunk of it.
I watched it.
Thoughts? B-Dog? Go
I
ahead. You
don't
go
think
first.
he shouldn't have labeled it a stand up. He should have just put it like a show. I don't know, like Neil Brennan did his 3 mics thing, and that was fire. I like the way he did that. But he didn't label it a stand up. I forgot what he called it, but whatever, something like
It
that,
don't
because it
matter.
wasn't the
He's
It's
stand up.
trying to
called a
get that Netflix
special.
money,
It
man. He
wasn't.
don't
I
care
don't
what
even think it
the
said stand up on it. It just says Jamie Foxx special, right? Yeah,
But they made it seem like when I saw it, I thought it was a stand up. I
I fell
expected
asleep
to
on
go
it.
in laughing.
yeah. Agree.
I was
I get
waiting
what
for
you're
the
coming from
funny
because
shit.
it's
I just
not
fell
about
asleep
the
on it.
laughs. It's the show is not like
Oh,
focused
really?
on the laughs.
Exactly.
Then I'm not gonna go back to it then. I thought I
Yeah.
missed some funny jokes maybe at the end.
No.
And
No.
I mean, I'm glad he explained his stuff. Good for him. He got a bag to explain his stuff instead of doing like a sit down with Oprah Winfrey or whatever. He ain't had to do that, but I didn't really care that much. I fell asleep on it, then I tried to watch it again and turned it off.
Yeah. So what you thought of it though, regardless of whether it was funny or not? I mean,
It
I
was
don't think it's
interesting.
supposed to be funny.
It was interesting
Yeah.
until I fell asleep. So it couldn't have been that interesting. I mean,
You know,
That's cool, man. Hey, I mean, if you're a fan of the guy, I understand how you. I liked it. I mean, like I said, much of my because I did watch one somebody else talk about it, and they let me know that it wasn't gonna be that funny, so that tempered my
oh
expectations.
yeah, I
But
didn't know.
had I gone straight into this thinking it was gonna be a comedy show, I would have been upset.
I thought it was gonna be comedy, and then when I fell asleep, I woke up the next day like, dang, I fell asleep, man. I bet that shit got funny later.
I thought this was
It got
all
worse
right.
the later it went, actually.
It didn't get worse. That's not true. It didn't get worse. I thought it was great. I thought the stand up. I thought it was great. It's not about being
Right?
funny. I thought it was great. Yes, you heard me. Great.
Wow.
Okay. First of all, this is the thing. So first of all, the dude was. I mean, like everyone thought he was dead, right? People would call him. Everyone thought he was dead, right? The people were online ready to be rest in peace, right? People were like, yeah, you know. So like had he had died, right, there would have been a big, oh, look at all of his accomplishments and a big, like a ton of YouTube pieces about, Jamie Foxx's legacy. You know that would happen every time that some, historic person dies. That's what happens, right? People start, commercializing it, right?
Right.
But I thought this was one. They kept that whole thing quiet, private. So number one, I mean, shout out to his family and everybody that held him down. I mean, like he got real people around him, right?
Yes.
So the whole thing was private. Then when he comes back, he tells his story on his terms, and he's recovered into the point where he's able to do all the impressions, the stuff, and all the things that you knew that made him love you, right? That you love him for. But not in a hey, I died and now everybody look at all the things I did, but look, I'm alive and look at my legacy still to this day.
Go do a
I thought
movie.
that was awesome.
Write a
I
book.
think that's awesome.
Couldn't he do that with some jokes?
It was some jokes in there. There were jokes in there, Doug. There were jokes in there. He was singing a song. He sang a whole song about people.
I didn't want to hear this dude. I don't want to hear his songs.
At all. That's what I'm saying. Just go do a damn movie. Like you didn't have to pop out. I
got love for Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx. I just don't care that much about this. Like, I mean,
Netflix paid him big. I'm sure to be the first
good
people.
for him.
So good for him. But
I saw it getting into the top 10 or whatever, number 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Great for, like I said, that's all positive. I'm not mad at it. I was waiting for jokes. I ain't hear no jokes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be.
I didn't think it was him proving that he's still the most talented man on earth. That's all it was. Look, I had a whole stroke, and I'm still I'm more talented than you. That's all it was, right?
He's definitely more talented than me, but if he'd have told some jokes, it really would have put the nail in the coffin.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he put on a talent show for himself.
He did.
Like, I'm good on that. I didn't need that. I didn't need that.
You didn't want
I just wanted to get some jokes, man.
Dog, people had questions. Does he still got it? Is he going to be all right? Number one, people were saying that he's a clone, right? So you like,
he might be a clone.
Never gonna do
well, that's not disproven.
You think they could clone that talent? You think they could clone that?
Sure, shit. They could clone anything, man. I don't look, bro. They got aliens flying over New Jersey. They got clones. They got the Matrix. All this shit is legit. I don't trust nothing.
If they
I bet they could if they want it
like that. They can't clone it like that. No,
I don't know, bro. I don't trust nothing.
When they clone you, become this vanilla whitewash, no personality type dude. They don't. You're not gonna be.
How you know that? How is that? How is that? What happens when you get cloned?
Come on, Doug, because that's how it goes. Everybody knows.
All they're gonna do is make a copy, man. They're gonna make a copy of you.
That's your
It's gonna be you
brain.
with
I don't
different
get,
memories.
like, why you would?
It can't. No, it's not how it works, bro. It's
Same
not how it
memories,
works.
actually,
Their
up until you were cloned.
No,
bro, they putting chips in people's brains right now, man. Elon Musk putting chips in people's brains, man. They can do anything out here. Go ahead, man. Let's get to the next topic, man. Jamie Foxx, I hope you got some jokes next time.
All right.
Just go
When
to
they
a
clone
movie.
you,
Nigga.
they
He
just
did a
load you
whole
with
part.
the AI version of you. All right. They can't.
He started
see,
doing
look,
his
here you
movie
go.
roles.
Here you go.
They can't
The
make
clone pets are more aggressive because they soulless. You know, they soulless, so they might be more aggressive. They
So
prone
not
to
the
attack.
same. That's my point.
He
They're not
did
the
just get in a
same.
fight at TMZ. Did just say he got hit with a glass at the restaurant. See,
That's true.
he getting aggressive.
More
He getting
aggressive.
out here. Hey man.
All right, man. Let's go. Let's go. What we got next?
We're gonna go into our top 20, man. Top 20 of the year, man. We gotta talk about top 20 songs.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, B-Dog, you up first, man.
All right. Best first sounds good.
Oh, okay, all right.
Put me up.
Let me pull up his list. Boom. Let's go. His B-Dog list, top 20. Let me make it bigger. Nope, don't need that. All right, top 20 for B-Dog. He got Still in the Paint, Denzel Curry. I'm surprised at the pick you picked for Denzel Curry. Sticky. I'm not surprised at that. Sticky is a good one. Gordo and Drake, Healing. I don't even know if
I don't know that one.
Remember that one. Yeah,
I don't even know that one.
Yeah, it's a little bop. Put that shit on when you outside sometime. By the pool, you feel me?
I'll check it out. Who Really the King? We got SWAT, Coast Contra, good pick. Higher Killer, A New Day from Chaos is my ladder too. Both of those Situated. I got this on my list too, but this was Sauce Walker right here and Big Crit. This track right here, I feel like this is one that people are not talking about, man. This whole album, but this track, Big Crit and Sauce Walker both kill it. I mean, they all kill it, but this track is one of the top for the year. I feel like if people haven't heard it. You got the 1982 with Mexican OT and Currency.
That's a top 3 song for me this year, by the way. 1982.
That was dope.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
That's one of my favorites. That one and A New Day. I listen to those two the most out of anything. And Smoke and Mirrors. That's my top 3 songs for the year.
Okay, all right. I'm surprised. I feel like I can go back to this one with Tokyo and.
I love that shit. I love that project. It's only 3 or 4 songs, but I love it.
Yeah. All right. You got Don Toliver. You got Family Matters. Okay. You got Family Matters. All right. Where's Not Like Us on here though?
There is
got one side of the beef. That's biased.
I have Like That right under it.
Oh, like you got Like That. Okay, you got Like That. Okay, all right. There we go. That's objective. That's balanced. All right. That's cool. Nice objective list. All right. Pricey. All right. We got Live from Roxy. Etouffee. That's what I got on my list too. Talking. Mr. Pot Scraper. What's this? Boss Man D-Lo.
Boss Man D-Lo? Put that on in your car when you ready to get to that time. You feel me? When you ready to be a YN.
Okay, you got a couple of Boss Man D-Lo tracks on here, huh? All right. You know, why we reviewed none of his albums?
I think he just released his album like a couple weeks ago, actually.
You can put us on.
All of these were like mixtape Lucy's, shit like that. So I didn't even listen to his album yet.
And you got Squabble Up. Oh, look, dog. B-Dog got more Kendrick than he got Drake on his track.
That's not true. I got
B-Dog
two.
changed sides, dog. Switch sides. That's crazy.
I got 2 and 2. That's not true.
Bandwagon now, dog.
I gave him 2 and 2. So. Drake had that Gordo song on there too.
Oh, okay, you're right. It's 2-2. All right, dang. All right, dang. That's basic.
Nah, man. OVO, you about to get cut off, man.
You about to get sued. You might get sued.
Yeah, you about to get sued, and they gonna send them Hell's Angels after you.
All right. I don't like the Squabble Up song really. Honestly, I thought you would have put TV Off or Not Like Us, but that Squabble Up I feel like is not for me. G's Up though. was dope. Yeah. So, what? Any thoughts on this list, Baldy?
I like his list. I mean, they got some stuff on there I wouldn't put on there, but y'all gonna say the same thing about mine, so that's all. That's all good.
Yeah. All right. All right then. In the chat, man, let us know what y'all think of B-Dog's list. Actually, let us know who y'all think got the best list, and hit us with your favorite songs from the year as well, man. In the comments as well. So, I think it's a pretty good list, though. Pretty good list. You got 21 songs. It's supposed to be top 20, but I don't think any of us kept to 20, right?
It was hard to get it to 20.
I'm surprised. Also, there's another way you a fake fan. You put barely any J. Cole on here, dog.
Brother,
What's up with that?
when you shoot yourself in the face, you cannot be nominated for awards. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
bro,
took
you didn't see
himself
the
out of
man
the
at the
running.
garden and everything. Everybody's over there. Everybody's over there. You still stuck on that. I don't know why.
Nah, y'all fans is in an abusive relationship, man. See, that's like y'all just come right back. The dude ain't do nothing. He didn't give you no gifts. He didn't buy you no diamonds. You just went right back. Dude just said,
a whole
"Hey,
podcast.
I'm here." What that do for you? You had to pay for that. You had to pay for that. That wasn't a gift. You had to pay for that.
You dropped 3 mixtapes. That's free. That's free. 3 mixtapes, and then deluxe of his album, and the concert.
I didn't buy that
and he
shit
gave
yet
the
either.
concert tickets out for $1.
Man, y'all walking around out here with your J. Cole merch on, people pointing and laughing, but now you went right back. It didn't take nothing. It didn't take no work.
The dude sold out the garden.
It's just me who points and laughs? Florida State fans, when I see them, I point and laugh. And when I see people that's wearing J. Cole merch, I point and laugh. That's the two groups. So
this is only like a meme on the internet. Clearly, the dude, like, people are still hyped to go see the dude. Y'all are just stuck on this weird moment that nobody else is stuck on.
It's not a weird moment. It's a defining moment of his career. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
It ain't.
It's gonna get brought up every time we talk about J. Cole, dog. It's gonna be brought up. I love this dude, but I'm sorry.
He could drop a classic, maybe, and maybe people will stop talking about it. But
he did. He dropped.
No, you know what he did? He went back to He went back to that shit that y'all love, that old stuff, like Dr. Dre. He just playing He playing the hits for y'all. Y'all went right to it. He actually
made those beats though. He made those beats.
He made those beats. Okay.
So, all right. Let's
all right. My turn.
Next person. Yeah.
Is my turn? All right. All right.
Yeah.
Let me see. Where mine's at? All right. Mine is more underground than your boy here's Big B-Dog. You can't even see it.
You just gotta scroll
down.
All
right, so I got Copy Cole and Lon from that Makami album. And I really could have put more. I had to take some off. I love this album. I've been playing at least those two the most, probably. And then I had a bunch of Lucy's on here that didn't really make albums, like Diego Maradona. I played this song a ton this year. That Chopstick on that new Rock Marcy album with Alchemist. I really like Saturday Night Special. Off that LL album. That's not the only one on there I like, but I had to pick my favorite one. So I went with that one.
Yeah,
it's not the only one on there I like. I was, but I played that one the most. When I first heard it, I said, "Oh, this album's gonna be good," and I played it a lot. Scared, I like Scared the most on this album, I think.
Yeah.
Situated was on mine too. I like This Man. This song really grew on me on this Common and P Rock album, so I ended up playing it a lot. And then I might have like 5 Bodie James songs. Flying Trapeze Act, one of my favorites. Lampshade.
That one. Yeah. Lampshade. That's the top 5 song of the year. I don't know why I didn't have that on mine.
It's a great song, man. Flying Trapeze, but my youngest catching bodies like a flying trapeze act. That's so good to me. I love this DBZ song. This is another one that we talking about Method Man. Method Man absolutely killed this one. Drew had a great album this year. I don't think it really gets that much credit. Etouffee, of course. Come on, man. Plan B, you know what I'm saying? One of the greatest songs all time. One of the greatest songs ever created, man.
Should be
One of the
ashamed
greatest songs ever
yourself,
created,
bro.
man. Look, you having trouble telling your girl, you know what I'm saying? I really hope you understand me. But you gotta take that plan B. It never stopped being funny, man. It's a great song, man. All-time classic. And then on his Martiology, I love like every song, but On the Run with Jay Worthy, Blocks, Gold Crossbow. I played those a ton all year. Like That. I love Like That. That was my favorite. That's the only Kendrick song I got on it. I like Chain of Command, Fraud, and Ransom.
Good song.
This one had all of where he did that second verse where he did all the Jay-Z and Nas songs and albums or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
Peaches and Herb. I love the Ransom verse and Shay's verse on this one.
Yeah.
SpaceX on that Wrong Streets and Derringer. I played that a ton. This one we got that super fast flow, which you don't normally hear from Rome. And Sage with Schoolboy on it. Schoolboy killed that song. So I really like this one. Ferraris in the Rain Part 2 with Gibbs and Schoolboy Q.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, which is a weird one, was this that's not the last one. It's Your Anniversary on that Gibbs album, which I could not find.
Right,
it's on YouTube.
Man, got taken down.
It's on YouTube, so I listen to it a lot on YouTube, but not on the music. That's on there for sure. And then The Genius. I don't know if y'all heard the song. Oh, you probably don't remember it. But the beat on there is like the craziest to me. And I love Keisha Plum. So that's my list for this year.
No YG, throw the list away. That's great. That YG album might be worst album of the year. That was great.
Oh, I'm not a YG fan, man. I always thought YG was highly overrated.
No, but you remember we talked that super horny album, man. That the whole thing was just about like it was all about this weird sex songs. It was all weird sex songs. It was very, very odd.
You're just not horny enough, man.
I guess you're right, man. I guess you're right. I don't know where you.
But it was hard. It was hard to narrow it down, man. They had songs I took off from Berg's album, from just other people's albums, man. I really liked a lot of stuff that came out this year.
For sure. All right. Let's all right. I'm last. It's tough. It was tough list. Let's go. Oh, it's still here we go. This is my list right here. Let me make my screen bigger.
Wow, Schoolboy Q, eh?
Yeah, I like this one. Thank God for Me song for sure. I like this one a lot. I think this, I like the beat changes in it. That's to me really the only standout song from that album. People hype that album up a lot. I don't really love the album as a whole, but that song I thought was dope.
I like the one with Gibbs on it.
That one was good too. But to me, I really only just like Gibbs' part. I feel like I'd be skipping to Gibbs' part, honestly. But you like you said that the Rich Haitian album, like there were so many I could have picked, but I want to listen to Sanjay a lot. And then the last song, the Holy Blank, is a great song. Etouffee is on mine too, like yours. Pie, I feel like y'all sleeping on J. Cole. This song was super dope. One of the best verses of the year. And Trade Truth and Ibiza is another one that's super dope. Another one I love is Crocodile Tears. That was a great song too. This whole album, Mike Philippe Later, is been underrated just because of this. Whatever.
Classic.
I mean, I didn't say all that, but yeah, but it's a great album.
Hey, it's a class. But we're not bigging that nigga up right now.
I love this movie song by Drew. I love this song. Right, I wanted to put DBZ on it too, but like I said, I had a bunch of Method Man, features that I was like, I gotta take some off. So
I love that Mad Lib beat though too. Like that really got me.
I love this sample. I love singing samples. You get. I love it. So and then I love the concept of just. Life is like a movie. I love the whole concept of that song. Blue had a great album, but The Land, I love this song.
Street Lights at Night from that album. Or what's it called? The Street Lights at Night, I think is the song on there that I love the most. That's the one I've been playing nonstop.
I
With Domo and Navy Blue. I've been playing that nonstop on that album.
I don't think I put that in my playlist, so I have to go back to hear it. I like this Freeway album. I love the Ringing song. I thought it was dope. With Jada Kiss, I thought Jada Kiss was dope on it. I thought there was several songs on here that I liked a lot, but let's grab those. And then I thought, everyone had Situated on their list, which maybe this is one of the songs of the year, since we all had on our list. But I also thought Brick After Brick and Fruits of the Labor are amazing songs as well, especially Fruits of the Labor. I love that song.
I have a rule where I can only have a certain amount of Project Pat, so I couldn't put Fruits of the Labor on because I had Scared on.
That's good, yeah. Yo, you can't hate on Project Pat on two of the better songs this year. Like, I when I see Project Pat as a feature, I don't think, oh, this is about to be an amazing song. Always, but he killed both times. He killed it. He killed it. Yeah. So, and then 38 special methods. I thought this was one of the best man features on it. And I love this 38 special album, man. I think this is one of the albums of the year. In fact, we ain't talking about. I think 38 Specials is my rap of the year. I mean, he had multiple great projects. To me, every feature he was on, every song he was on, like he didn't miss all year. I love the Mother and Gun, and I love Stabbed and Shot too. So
he brought Benny back from the dead.
That's true.
So this summer drop, this J. Cole beat again. Super dope beat. I love this song. I love this beat.
Crazy beat. Yeah.
I like this Doechii song. This one when she started rapping fast. I like this one. I thought this was the best one she performed at the Tiny Desk too. I like this song. My wife liked the song a lot, so I mean, we wound up listening to it a good bit. And then Love Is Blue.
Drive a Nissan Altima?
Nah, I don't drive a Nissan Altima, but I'm gonna get one just because of this song.
Okay, just making sure.
But this Love Is Blue is my song of the year, man. I love this song. I love Blue, and this is just right up my alley, man. So, and then man, Talib Kweli had tons of great songs on it, but I love the Native Songs track. I love the Shalimar track. It's so dope. It's such a smooth beat, and then Talib is like flowing on it so well. Like it's just
look at your bestie. Look at your bestie. He had it on there number 5 on his list.
Yeah. Yo, like I said, Imperial Stats told us up. You know what's up? Steel Doors. I'm shocked that none of y'all had any Freddie Gibbs songs on there on y'all list. I'm shocked.
Well, I did. I had 2 Freddie Gibbs songs on my list.
You have. I mean, I'm shocked y'all didn't have any from You Only Die Once. That's why.
It's your anniversary on there.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, but it's taken down. Let's take it down. Take it down. Yeah.
That don't mean it's not on YouTube. I listen to it all the time on YouTube. My wife be like, "You listen to that again?" Have a nigga mama singing, "You know what the day is."
Yeah. That's sad that got taken down. Man, you gotta talk to Drake people. How you getting his samples cleared?
He paying way more. He paying way more. Yeah, I guess when you're a billionaire, who cares how much the sample costs? My whole album is just samples.
When Drake was like, "I'm a way better producer now," he just could pay for way more expensive samples now. That's the difference. I can just spend the money to get the beat made for me. Yeah. This Below the Cloud song again with Blue on it is one of my favorite songs.
That was so good.
Lupe, amazing song. I also have Till Eternity on there. I think these are the best songs from that album.
I like Samurai a lot, like the song. I mean, I took it off my list because I had to try to narrow it down. But I thought Samurai, the song was great.
I had that on my list too, but I think I just like both Palaces and Till Eternity a little bit more. So I had all 3 of them on my list, but I was trying to narrow it down. I only got to 25, so I still didn't really get to 20. And then a song called Precipitation is another one I think is a underrated song. I love this song, this Blue song. It's great. So much music this year. You all said it. So much music this year. So much dope music this year that you can even forget about a dope project like the Freddie Gibbs track. So it's and that's what leads me to the. Well, I mean, I don't know. Y'all have any thoughts about my list before I go on another hate rant?
That shit suck. Sorry. You got the worst list so far, brother. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling yours like that, but it's all right.
It's because I had Doja on my list. I know you wasn't gonna appreciate that.
There's about 15, maybe like 10 songs on here that I don't ever listen to. Maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not listening to positive stuff like Love
None
Is
of
Blue.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all four of them, they could be taken off.
I
Below the
could go back
Clouds,
and give
didn't
that Blue
listen
and
to.
Exile album another chance, man. It did not hit me the first time at all.
Not the album, the Evidence album is better. I just think these songs are dope. These individual songs. This was the single, Love Is Blue. And then this song called Precipitation, I love a lot. But it's not
maybe
like
I gotta spin those again because, like I said, you got them in your top, and I don't even remember them songs, to be honest with you. But Below the Clouds, I could have put on mine. I had the Jordan Theory on my list, and then I narrowed it down and got rid of it because I think the Jordan Theory is like my life. So, so I was like, oh dang. So there was some other ones that like I had trouble, trying to figure out what's going on, what's coming off, and you had to be on top to get in it.
Agreed. Who y'all got? So because I said it, I got 38 as my rapper of the year. Who y'all got as rapper of the year? Like if you had to pick the one that won the year, had the best music overall.
Okay, so I guess I'm about to say now you're going to say won the year is Kendrick. He won the year in terms of all the publicity, all the stuff, huge battle, put Drake down. I mean, I think people are overrating this W. Drake is not a top MC. I know he's popular, but he's not a top MC. He has a questionable pen. All kinds of other concerns. So I think beating him is nice, but it's not beating Jigga. It's not like that level to me. But Kendrick won the year in that regard. But as far as best rapping of the year, it's got to be Ransom or Rock Marcy to me.
Okay, Ransom, yeah, he has multiple projects that dope. I mean,
Marcy does too.
Consistently every year is Ransom is like in that conversation.
And the thing is, like Ransom, it's almost like a down year too. Like I think last year was stronger for Ransom, so it's kind of crazy. But his projects, man, the dude be rapping, bruh. So I have a hard time like not just loving when he starts rapping.
I thought that you were gonna say Boldy because I know you love that the one Boldy project, and then the one with Nicholas Craven is great too.
I Boldy could win. I love Boldy. I listen to across the tracks a ton. Flying Trapeze Act might be my favorite song of the year. So I don't know. I don't know to me right now there's a bunch of great rappers. I think Special is worthy. I think what we said, everybody I said, I think there's other rappers who had less projects who had a single really good project. Blue had multiple projects. That were good. I thought the Blue and Exile one was probably their worst. But he had other projects that was really strong.
He had a solo with Royal Blue as well. He dropped three up. So
didn't Sky Zoo give us a deluxe and another album later?
I wanted to put Freedom Dance on my list as well. That song is amazing to me. So
fantastic. I mean, Drew had one album, but that one album was really good. So I mean, I think it's hard to. But if I had to pick just one, it's gonna be it's tough to. I have trouble picking right now. It's got to be Spash. Spash is a good pick. I don't know how you separate these dudes.
Too easy to pick. I don't know. I think Ransom is the obvious pick, but I don't know.
Maybe Makami. He had the best album to me out of all of them. Out of all the great spitters.
Yeah. No, he did have the best individual album to me. To me, the difference is like he wasn't on features and he wasn't as and again, it's quality over quantity. Like you don't got to be everywhere, but his album wasn't so much better that it makes up for the quantity that I got with Spech and Ransom as well. Like, because I'm hearing them on, each other's stuff. I'm hearing them on other people's stuff. I'm hearing them, doing group albums. I'm hearing, you know what I mean? I'm hearing them have
no whack
personal
verses.
songs, like no whack verses, personal songs on Mother and Gun. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like Spech did it all this year for me. That's up. So,
I mean, Spech deserves some love, man. I'm gonna get some merch. See what I get for Christmas. I'm gonna buy me a Trust hoodie.
Yeah. No.
What about features of the year? I don't know. Like I said, I think it's easy to pick Ransom. So many projects. I always admire somebody who could put out a bunch of projects and they all sound fire. Like I'm not tired of listening to you rap.
Consistency, yeah, exactly, yeah.
All right, so you said feature of the year, the single
artist. I mean, no, artists.
Feature killer is Method Man.
Yeah,
I think Method Man getting
killer. This
feature
dude
killer.
is on. This dude is going Super Saiyan. Like I don't know what you call whatever the newest level of Super Saiyan is. The Ultra Instinct. This dude Method Man is like just he's insane right now. So I wouldn't. How you dare ask him for a feature? You know you're getting smashed. Like you just know you about to get obliterated on your track. Like I'm
with no curse words.
Very afraid.
Yeah, dude, come on there with clean raps better than your best stuff. It's bad. It's bad.
Nah, I like Lloyd Banks this year too. He has some fire features this year to me.
Yeah, he was on some dope tracks.
I mean, you're right about that. But the single verse, I don't know, man. I love that Gibbs on that Vultures. I don't know what's my favorite guest verse of the year. Damn, that's hard.
I love the one on the new Missionary song, the Method Man one on the new Missionary song. I love Pie. Well, I guess that's not a feature if it's his song. Man, I love Blue on Below the Clouds. It's tough. I would. It's one of the methods. So I would say that on that Missionary song, I thought that his verse on there was super dope for guest verse. So
yeah, I don't know who my favorite. I mean, does it count? Yeah, I don't know who had the best one of the year. That's tough. I had to re-listen. We had to come back to that one. What else? Is that it for those other categories? You had some other questions?
No, I was just talking about lists that I've been seeing in general this year before we get out of here. This is gonna be our last show for the year. We ain't gonna be on next week. Yeah, man. I just wanted to, because there's so many end of the year lists. Oh, producer of the year. That's a great one. Who y'all got as producer of the year?
Dang, that's hard, man.
Yeah.
I feel like Al had a down year this year.
He wasn't everywhere this year. And,
he had I don't know if he had a down year. It is down for him.
Right.
But he had 2 or 3 albums and some big guest songs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Metro?
Nah, if we're talking
Metro
biggest,
he got washed by he got clowned by Drake.
It's Mustard.
Yeah, it has to be Mustard. Yeah,
no, it can't be. Mustard. 2 songs. That's not enough.
2 songs, 2 of the biggest songs.
I don't care. Look. First of all, neither one of those songs on my list, and his album wasn't it. The best album though is gonna be Makami had everything. Yeah, it's got to be Alchemist again, man. I think it's probably Alchemist again. He got songs on so many other albums too, besides the ones we can't count it. Plus the Lucy's that I named, which I love.
But I still, there's other people like Nicholas Craven got a bunch of dope songs.
Okay.
Jay Rawls produced that whole album, and that was a great album with Kweli. I just feel like there's a lot of people. V Don did the whole Chaos is My Ladder, too. I just feel like there's a lot of dope producers did a lot of dope albums.
I hear you, man, but
it's tough.
if my Kami really produced his whole album, then I'm giving it to him because
No, he
that
didn't
album
produce that
sounds
whole
the best.
album, huh? That album had all
Uh,
kinds of stuff on it. I thought all kind of producers on it.
Oh yeah, I think so. I can go find it. Let me see.
I don't know. Every song I look at, it say produced by. He's listed as at least on there.
Oh, okay. Well, if he produced
Oh.
every song, then he could get it.
Yeah. So
Hold on.
I'm looking
I'm
at
about to
it.
show you, man.
Composer. Nah, I see other. Okay, but I see other people with the. So I see like composer. Well, no, hold on. Well, maybe. No, you're right. Maybe you're right. I do see. Yeah, he's listed as a producer for all
He's
of them.
listed as a producer on every one of these
Yeah,
songs,
yeah,
and some
yeah,
of them
yeah,
by himself. So
yeah.
I got to give it to him if he really did produce this whole album.
That's legit. That's legit. And some of them are with other people like Conductor. I see Conductor
Yeah.
on Holy. Yeah, but like, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. All right.
Okay.
But I go ahead. Any other thoughts?
No,
about
you got it.
publicity? I tell you who it's not. It's not Dr. Dre. That we can all agree on that. So,
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, look, yeah, that dude is definitely not the greatest producer of all time. So I don't know.
Nah, he moved down my list as time goes on.
All right, but I gotta say, man, list end of the year list. How y'all feel about these lists? Because I just gotta say, really quickly before we move on, I'm just annoyed at seeing lists with the same exact albums on every list, or the same album as number one on every list. Everybody's got different tastes of music. Like it is subjective. Like and it's annoying when all your lists are just a reconfigured of the same 10 biggest or most public albums. Like that doesn't mean like that makes me question if you even listen to hip hop, right? Or if the industry just gives people a list and say, hey, these are the acceptable albums to put on your list. So it's just annoying. I see so many of these end of the year lists that people have, and it's and not even just end of the year lists, but like even all time lists. It'd be the same list. All they do is switch out number 5 for number 2 and number 3, and you know what I mean. Like it's just shuffled around a little bit. They just hit shuffle on the list, and so I'm annoyed with like the homogeny of like opinions in hip hop, on the internet right now. Even though we have the most like choice ever, right? There's so many great albums right now, so much choice, so many options. It's weird when there's so much choice, so many great artists, and then everybody's at the same exact list. That's odd. Like, it's just odd. And the point of a list to me is like, if I go and click on your list, maybe I see something new that I've never seen before that I'll go actually check out. That's the point of a list. But if I see every list and you got the same albums, your list is the same as somebody else's in a different order, it's like, then what is the point of these lists? Like, I feel like these hip hop.
Well, they're not checking out. They're not listening to different stuff, man. I mean, you're talking about people that's listening to, I guess, whatever Spotify tells them to listen to. I don't even know where they're getting, the same few albums. Like, maybe it's because YouTube. I use YouTube Music. I don't know. Maybe it's because YouTube algorithm knows me well. But when I open it up, it puts like Rock Marcy right in the front for me. Or those type of artists. Like, I don't know. Maybe people listening to something else, and they see Kendrick, and that's all they seeing, and that's what they thinking is popular. Like, we didn't even talk about like other albums that came out that I listened to that I like Trill Static, Technology, Terminology and Tech got an album, Technology, that I checked out. Like, I wanted to give him more spin, so we really got into reviews. But like, there's a bunch of other albums that came out. Like, people gotta like something different. These aren't.
In fact, that's my point. There's so many albums that it's really almost impossible to listen to and review them all. It's impossible, right? So so for every list to have the exact same ones, it just means that you're listening to the whatever is the one that's most listened to on Spotify or something like this. It's just odd, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like
it's not odd, man. It's that's most people, especially. My thing is when people swear that they love hip hop and swear that they know hip hop, they claim to be hip hop leaders and influencers or whatever. And those are the people that you see got the same stuff. I really wouldn't care if this was whoever name it like Pitchfork or something give you the best list and it's the mainstream stuff. That's what I would expect. But there's a lot of other stuff out here. It's not bad. It's not all bad. There's a bunch of good stuff. And like I listened to that Fat Joe album, I wasn't feeling it, but I assume somebody is.
Right.
Like there's some other stuff on there. There's a lot of people out here. I mean, I just don't know if people are listening to this, man. I don't know if they really check this stuff and really love hip hop like that, where they looking for it themselves instead of looking for what they coworker had told them to listen to or what Spotify told them to listen to.
Exactly. And that's my thing in that part. Like you said, like you may not be feeling one album, but somebody like all these rappers got fans. Somebody has them as in their top, favorite rappers, you know what I mean? But then they're not on any list, or they don't like they don't even like no one even everyone just says Kendrick, GNX, Doechii, and like Blue Lips, and the same, like it's just like the same, like quoted, like printed out, list, and then when it comes
even just
to
if you
top songs, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm about to say, even if you just focus on West Coast, like you're not listening to like La Russell, he got like a movement. Like, there's other people out there.
And his album
you don't have none of that didn't pop up at all. That don't get no recognition from some of these people. I don't know who they are.
West Coast. This is a year of West Coast unity. West Coast, like not a shout out. And mad people will swear, they love Below the Heavens or whatever, yada yada. It's underground classic, but then like not a hint, talk about on any list or something like that. So it's just odd to me. And then the biggest thing to me is the song list. I see so many song lists where people like top 10 songs of the year, and they list is Like That, Not Like Us, Family Matters, Euphoria, 616, Meet the Grams. It's like, did you listen to any hip hop outside of the beef? Like, that's pathetic, dog. Like, seriously, if that's all you listen to all year, that's your top songs. It's like, we all know the beef happened. Like, put something else on the list, dog. Like, it's just silly. Like, I just think some of the I just think that hip hop was better. Hip hop media was better in the blog era, where I felt like people had different opinions, and you went on the blog and you saw different things and saw new things. And I think now hip hop is more industrialized than ever. Even though you got all these, quote unquote independent YouTubers and stuff like that, they all say the same stuff, and it's odd. Like, cause, like, why? I don't really get it. Like, I just don't get why. Why are opinions so more homogenized now than they were when in any other time in history? It seems like.
I mean, you probably got some of this, which I don't doubt, some paying to go on, with this type of stuff. But I really just think people have freedom, but too much freedom gives people they feel less choices. It's like I don't want I don't want to swim in the ocean. I swim in the pool where I know I only could go this far. Like I don't want to swim in the whole ocean. That's you go out there and it's like deep. You got to know where you're going. So you got to really. So I guess it's like that. Like people don't really want to. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna start listening to put on a random hip hop list and play it and see what pops up. Now I'm going back to the comfort of whatever I heard, whatever I know, whatever I heard served up to me.
And I don't think I think the purpose of the list isn't like the right purpose. I feel like lists are supposed to be written, like I said, to put you on to like stuff. Maybe you didn't catch this, but it's number 5 on my list. You should check it out and sort of thing. I feel like instead now, like the media is there to validate the opinions that already exist. Like there's already a bunch of people who love Blue Lips. So hey, you fans of Blue Lips, you got to click this review and you want to validate that you love that album. Here, look, here's your validation. It's on this list. I feel like that's what it's more about that than it is about putting you on something new or show you a different opinion or even have any sort of anything new. That's all. I just feel like people are scared to have new opinions or different opinions. I just feel like it's just the most like group think ever that we've ever been. You know what I mean? I miss like just different opinions. That's all. I like that we did our list and everyone had different stuff. Even when we did our albums, like barely any of our stuff repeated. And I like that. Like that's it. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm glad that we had different lists, especially for songs. For albums, you have it kind of does this. There's a few that make it to the top that do have superior type of quality, I guess. But when you get to songs, there's a ton of songs that there should be a bunch of divergence. There shouldn't be. I shouldn't open up your top 50 songs and see the same exact ones as everybody else list.
Right. So, but that's that's my last rant for the year, man, for 2024. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us for this year, man. Like, share. We're gonna drop some clip videos over the break, but yeah, this will be our last live for the year. B-Dog, you got anything to say before we head out?
Hey, 2024 was a good year of music, man. Hip hop bite.
Never left.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last year I felt like it was a bad year, but this year
I
good.
don't know when the last
year
time there was a bad year in hip hop, man. I feel like there's tons of good music. I'm not lacking in any way, shape, or form. So when people say stuff like that, oh, I don't know any good hip hop. I've been listening to some kind of pop singer. I'm like, okay, we just not the same then. Because I love hip hop. And it ain't never lacked. Now get off stop listening to these record labels though. They out here robbing people.
Thanks. All right, man. Everybody, appreciate the support. Like, subscribe, and yeah, have a good rest of the year, man. Peace.
See y'all
Merry
in
Christmas,
25.
Happy New Year. Peace.